Hey people, what's going on? It's Anthony Fuller here from buildingleanmusclefast.com and welcome to week number 1. If you just stumbled across this video on YouTube or you've just found this blog, let me explain what I'm doing. I'm doing a 12-week live experiment where I'm going to show the world that you don't need to go to a gym, you don't need expensive equipment or complex drugs or anabolic drugs to pack on lean muscle mass. All you need to do is do things very simply, but do them very well. If you want to find out more about me and follow the experiment, check out my site, buildingleanmusclefast.com, and you'll find everything on there. Okay, so this is week number 1, and if you recall last week I said it was going to be a difficult week, and boy has it proved a hard week for me. Now the reason why I say that is because on Monday I done my chest workout. So I done an incline, sort of flat chest, flat bench press, an incline bench press, and then I done flies on the bench as well. Now I don't know where I heard this from and if it's true, but someone once said to me that you shouldn't do 3 chest workouts on one day. Now, I don't know, for your elite trainers, maybe you probably can do, but if you've not worked out in 3 or 4 months like me, I definitely would not recommend doing it either because I completely torn my chest to shreds. And trust me, I'd done a good stretch workout beforehand as well, so it's definitely that I didn't stretch. It was the amount, it was the rustiness basically. So, tip of the day, if you haven't worked out in 3 or 4 months, just take it easy when you're getting back into it. So on the day I managed to do my biceps and I managed to do my chest, but I couldn't do my shoulders this week. I did do my abs, although I'm reviewing the ab workout that I'm doing because I think, you know, my abs I think is the main bit of my body that I want to get shredded. So I want to get a proper ab workout in place. I've seen some good videos on YouTube as well, 6-pack shortcuts I think it's called. I might sign up for that. Just to let you know if it's any good or not, basically. So that's still under review. But my chest was hurting during the week because I'd worked it out, so that was good. And I'd done my triceps, so that's all good. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go circuit training because of my chest, and I didn't play soccer or football because of my mates at work. They decided to flop on me. So I've not done any cardio, so I'm looking a bit flat still, but in the next 2 weeks, you'll probably see me start to shred up a little bit and obviously, hopefully, pack on some lean muscle as well at the same time. Now, I wanted to talk about my diet. My diet, as you know, I've been using something called myfooddiary.com to track exactly what I've been eating every single day. And I've got some targets in place that I'd like to reach on a daily basis. So I want to get 1.5 grams of protein a day, 2 grams per pound of carbohydrates, and maintain my overall fat percentage of calories to about 20%. So my food diary, I've been looking at the stats of each week, and I've noticed that the protein, I'm just off of there by about 50 grams per day, but the carbohydrates, I'm massive. You know, I'm off by 100 grams a day, and it's been a real eye opener for me because now I know exactly what I need to do and tweak my diet to reach the goals that I need to. Now some of you may think, well, you know, I can't really be bothered to fill out my food diary. I mean, I like my food diary because you can literally create your own fridge. So I went to the supermarket, bought a load of food, entered the food onto the fridge, and that's my own personalised fridge, so I can use those products again. And to be honest with you, I pretty much eat most of the same stuff every week. So once you've built your fridge, it gets pretty simple. But for those you can't really be bothered for that, I would say at least for the first 2 or 3 weeks, get a piece of paper and start writing down what you're actually intaking for each thing. And you'll be surprised, I guarantee you now, you'll be surprised that actually there's areas that you need to improve on, there's foods that maybe you can reduce, and other foods that maybe you can bring in. So that's that. So that's been a bit of an eye-opener for me. Meal of the week. As you all know, I'm a big fan of Anabolic Cooking by Dave Raoul, and he's got some fantastic meals in that book. But the meal that I wanted to bring up to start off with and start with this week is actually, I think it's called Reese's Oats. It's called, but it will all be in this blog entry. And it's basically oats with protein powder and some cocoa powder as well. But it's got 49 grams worth of protein in there, which is pretty good. But the reason why I wanted to bring it up, because it brings up an interesting aspect. It brings up the argument of protein shakes and are they any good? So if you're looking at your food, your weekly food intake, and you're saying, okay, well, I'm hitting the protein numbers, you need to make sure that you're not doing that by taking protein shakes or too many protein shakes. Protein shakes should really be as a real supplement to your food intake. Now the reason I say that is because, again, I don't know if this is factual, I don't think anyone actually knows if this is true and can actually find out, but I've read somewhere that your body can only process 3 grams of protein an hour. Now if you eat a piece of steak, then it's going to take your body a long time to actually process that steak. So it's actually drip feeding your body the protein, and it can probably process a whole piece of steak. So there's no wastage going on there. So that 25 grams that you consumed is all going towards your body. Now if you take 25 grams of whey protein and drink it, yeah, then your body, it goes into your body, it gets processed so quickly that the rest of, your body might only actually process 6 grams of that shake, and that's it. So you need to, now I take my shakes directly after a workout, because that's the best time to do it. That's a brilliant time. That's when you don't want your body processing it slowly. You want your body to process it as quickly as possible. So that's a great time to take a protein shake. But what's maybe not a good time to take a protein shake is with a meal. I mean, you'd be better off having a meal and then having a protein shake maybe 2 hours later, just to space it out throughout the day. But just going back to the meal of the week, the reason why I thought it was brilliant is because mixing the protein powder with the oats forces your body to slow the process down. So it kind of makes it more like a drip feed of protein. So have a look at that. I mean, if you're having protein shakes with your meals, try and look at ways of putting your protein powder with foods that take a long time to get processed, and therefore, hopefully, the theory is that you'll be able to consume more protein. So, again, this is why it's so important to actually track what you're eating and when you're eating, because although you might be hitting 200 grams of protein, the simple fact is you might be doing it in a way that you're actually not processing 200 grams of protein, and that's the key. So that's pretty much it for this week. Like I said, if you want to get 10 free recipes, just pop your email in the box and subscribe. I'll send you this weekly video blog so you can keep up with it. Next week I should be doing the circuit training. I should be doing soccer as well, so I should be getting a lot more ripped next week. I'm going to start up to some kind of ab workout program, so I'll let you know everything about that and see if that works. And yeah, I hope you have a good week. If you've got any comments, any advice, anything for me, just pop a comment down below and I'll always respond. And I'll see you next week. Take care, all the best. Bye bye.